Hey everyone, welcome back to the Widowed Parent Podcast Live. I'm here today with my guest, Viki Brown of Dustin's Place. Viki, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me today.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't wait to tell people all about your program. So first of all, where are you located?
We are in Plymouth, Indiana, which is the northern part of Indiana.
Okay, gotcha. And what types of programs do you offer?
We offer grief support groups for children ages 5 through 18, as well as support groups for their family members and adults within the community.
Okay, so adults, so both the parents of children in your programs, but also separately for other adults without kids in your programs?
Correct. So, our adult groups we have spousal bereavement, suicide bereavement, um, young adults, parent of a child lost group, and stillborn and miscarriage group.
Wow. Okay. So it sounds like you've got a pretty comprehensive list then of groups and services. That's terrific.
Thank you. Thank you.
And then for kids, is it broken down by age group then?
It is. It's our children's groups are broke up by developmental age. So we have 5 and 6 year olds, 7 to 9 year old, 10 to 13 year olds, and then our teenagers, 14 to 18.
Right. Okay. And anything for like college age or young adults?
We have a young adult group. We just call it our young adults. It seems to be 20s and 30s
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
typically.
Right. Okay. Terrific. And so in terms of eligibility to participate, then you mentioned the age groups, and it sounds like it's all different types of loss or like relationship to the person lost.
Yeah. So our main eligibility is that you've experienced the death of a loved one, and then we would find the group that is best fit for the person.
Right. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah. And what about any kind of cost for the programs?
There's no cost at
Oh,
all. All
terrific.
services are free to anyone who wants or needs the services.
Yeah. Okay. Wonderful. Um,
Thanks.
so let's zoom out from logistics for a minute then, and just
Mhm.
kind of talk on a more macro level. How would you say that programs like yours can be helpful to grieving kids or grieving families?
Yes. So I am the executive director, but I'm also the co-founder. And so 4 years ago, Dustin, my husband, died in a car accident on his way home from work.
Uh,
And so, having experienced the death of a spouse, and then our children having experienced the death of a parent, the realization that there is not support available for children, not nearly enough, and certainly not free or even financially like lower
mm,
costs for
mm-hmm.
families. It became real to me. And so, um, I forget the question and where I was going with this now, but
How programs like yours can be useful to grieving kids and grieving
oh,
families?
yes. So having walked through the grief walk myself, I realized I had amazing people in my life who loved me greatly, but they didn't understand the grief part that I was going through. And
Mm,
so these programs, this peer support group programs, allow others to walk through grief with people who understand the grief. They understand those late nights of loneliness. They understand the children who no longer have a daddy anymore in our case. And so it just gives them a feeling of not being alone in their journey as they walk through grief.
yeah. Yeah. Terrific. Well, and I didn't realize that you were a widowed parent yourself, as I am, before we started talking here.
Yes.
So I'm glad to connect with you here. And I always like to ask my guests on the regular show if you could say one thing to widowed parents, what would you say to them?
um, Sorry, that was what I wasn't expecting. I would say, I think I would tell them that they're doing the best that they can with the situation that they currently have and to give themselves grace because so many times we take the new feeling of you have to be two parents and you have to be this and you have to be that and that's not it. Just do the best that you can with what you have in front of you and the situation that you're currently in and know that your children love you and that's all that they need is you in their life.
Yeah. Yeah, terrific. Well, thank you
Thanks.
for sharing that with us. And so one more question, where can people find Dustin's Place if they are in your area?
We are on the internet, our website www.dustinsplace.org, or we're very active on Facebook. And so you can get a hold of us through Facebook as well.
Yeah, terrific. Okay, well, Vicky, thank you so much for talking with me today.
My pleasure. Thank you for inviting me on. And thank you for the work that you do. This is amazing to offer this.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's been really great to connect with so many people who run programs like yours and people who've written books that are on relevant topics for widowed parents and people who've lost spouses or lost parents themselves and can share their reflections and their journeys. So, yeah, it's been really wonderful to connect with people like you all over the place. So, yeah, I'm glad to be able to do this.
I bet the more that we can have these conversations and just talk more about death and the more awareness that we can bring, the better we are as an entire community for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, well, thank you very much.
Thank you, Jenny. Have a great day.
You too.